Beyond their 17 title banners, maybe the one thing that the Boston Celtics are best known for is their propensity for poaching talent in trades. In this video, I'll be giving you the top 10 worst trades in Celtics history. Hello there and welcome back to another video. If you're new to the channel and you enjoy watching things related to the NBA, consider subscribing with those bell notifications on. To start things off is a trade that took place February 23rd of 1989. The Celtics traded Danny Ainge and Brad LaHouse to Sacramento for Joe Klein and Ed Pinckney. Ainge, only a season removed from his lone All-Star nod, was losing his starting role to 22-year-old Brian Shaw when he got moved to Sacramento for a pair of younger front-court players. Klein was a better rebounder but was essentially LaHouse 2.0. Pinckney ended up playing 6 seasons in Boston but averaged an underwhelming 6.1 points and 5.3 rebounds per game at the tail end of the Big Three era. On February 24th of 2011, the Celtics traded Kendrick Perkins and Nate Robinson to Oklahoma City for Jeff Green and Ned Kirstic and a 2012 first-round pick, Fab Melo. Yes, the deal made all the sense in the world on paper, and yes, there were factors largely outside the team's control in the aftermath, which Green missed all of 2011-2012 season with a heart issue while Boston's remaining core made its last true run. Still in the land of Danny Ainge home runs, this was an infield single at best. February 12th of 1979, the Celtics traded Tom Barker and 3 1979 first-round picks, Bill Cartwright, Larry Dimmick, and Sly Williams, to New York for Bob Mikado. Mikado was a 7-time All-Star, averaging 27.8 points per game for his career entering the 1978-79 season. New York flipped into Boston for a massive haul of first-round picks in a draft that was headlined by Magic Johnson. This one would have been much higher in the list if Dimmick, the 9th pick, or Williams, the 21st pick, weren't unremarkable NBA players. But the 3rd pick used on Cartwright could have delivered someone like Sidney Moncrief to Boston. Mikado only played 20 games in green, but salvaging the deal, he got flipped to Detroit for the pick that ultimately keyed the Kevin McHale/Robert Parrish deal with Golden State. May 23rd of 1975, the Celtics traded Paul Westphal and 2 second-round picks, Jimmy Dan Connor and Butch Fear, to Phoenix for Charlie Scott. Scott was a 5-time All-Star coming off a season in which he averaged 24.3 points per game when he arrived in Boston. His scoring dipped, but it's hard to quibble the results when the Celtics won a title in his first season. The downside, Scott lasted little more than 2 seasons before being dealt to Los Angeles in 1977. Westphal blossomed into a 5-time All-Star and future Hall of Famer in Phoenix. October 20th, 2003, Celtics traded Antoine Walker and Tony Delk to Dallas for Raif LaFrentz, Chris Mills, Jerry Welsh, and a 2004 first-round pick, Delonte West. You'll find this one higher up on this list than it probably deserves to be. This one hurt more in the moment than it does in hindsight. Walker was coming off 2 All-Star seasons and was part of Boston's surge to the 2002 Eastern Conference Finals. But after taking over as general manager, Ainge started his overhaul by moving Walker to Dallas and taking on the bloated contract of injury-slowed LaFrentz. It was the 2006 flip of LaFrentz to Portland that acquired some of the key parts that helped bring Kevin Garnett to a town that year after. It was the 2000 flip of LaFrentz to Portland that acquired some of the key parts that helped bring Kevin Garnett to town a year after that. June 23rd, 2016, Celtics trade 2 second-round picks, Deontay Davis and Raid Zerrick, to the Clippers for a future first-round pick. Entering the 2016 draft, Ainge was intrigued by the University of Virginia guard Malcolm Brogdon, who was still on the board as the Celtics entered the 2nd round of the draft with a number 31 and 35 picks. At last, having drafted a point guard the year before, Terry Rozier, and worried where another guard would find playing time behind Marcus Smart and Avery Bradley, Ainge peddled those 2 picks to Los Angeles for a future first. Brogdon went to Milwaukee at number 36. It wasn't a bad move, but watching how Brogdon developed makes it a great what-if. February 20th, 2002, Celtics trade Joe Johnson, Randy Brown, Milt Palacio, and a 2002 round pick, Casey Jacobson, to Phoenix for Tony Delk and Rodney Rogers. The Celtics were in a 6-year playoff drought when a glimmer of hope emerged during the 2001 season. Paul Pierce was blossoming into an all-star. Walker was launching threes and wiggling all over the place. Boston sacrificed the future by dealing Johnson for a pair of vets. The Celtics surged to the conference finals with both Delk and Rogers aiding that quest. At last, Rogers was a rental. Delk hung around for one more year before being dealt, all while Johnson blossomed to a 7-time All-Star who made the playoffs 13 times with 6 different teams. March 11th, 1999, Celtics trade a 1999 first-round pick, Andre Miller, and Andrew DeClercq to Cleveland for Vitaly Potapenko. The Celtics punted away the number 8 pick in the 1999 draft for a lumbering big man who averaged 6.7 points and 3.5 rebounds in his first 2+ seasons in the league. They then compounded matters by giving Potapenko a 6-year extension for $33 million. That pick could have been Miller, Sean Marion, or Jason Terry. The Ukraine train averaged 7.5 points and 5.8 rebounds while starting less than half of his 273 games in green before dealing dealt away as part of an even worse deal. On July 22, 2002, the Celtics traded Kenny Anderson, Joseph Forte, and Vitaly Potapenko to Seattle for Vin Baker and Shamond Williams. It's easy to forget just how darn good Baker was early in his NBA career with 4 All-Star nods and 2 All-NBA appearances. Then the lockout happened in 1998. Baker emerged out of shape and his production plummeted. Despite a whole bunch of red flags, the Celtics traded for him, bringing him back home to New England. Amid underwhelming play, Jim O'Brien smelled alcohol on Baker's breath, leading to his eventual release in 2004. Baker's career in green, 7.7 points and 4.6 rebounds over 89 games. And finally, February 18th, 1998. Celtics trade Chauncey Billups, D. Brown, Roy Rogers, and John Thomas to Toronto for Kenny Anderson, Popeye Jones, and Zan Tabak. Less than 8 months after nabbing Billups with the number 3 pick in the 1997 draft, the Celtics dealt the future 5-time All-Star to Toronto for an underwhelming return. The deal is the poster child for all that was wrong with the impatient and misguided Rick Pitino era. The deal is the poster child for all that was wrong with the impatient and misguided Rick Pitino era. Billups only got 51 games in green before Pitino made the move for veteran Anderson. The Celtics won 36 games that year and finished 12th in the Eastern Conference. By 2004, Billups was Finals MVP with the Pistons and earning his Mr. Big Shot nickname. That wraps the video up, guys. If you made it this far, be sure to slap a like on it. I'd highly appreciate that. And remember, if you're new here, subscribe with those bell notifications on. You guys have a great day, and until next time, I'll see you in the next one.